Hey there. Hey there, how's it going? It's me, and I am back from Star Wars Celebration Anaheim 2022. I've been back for a minute, actually, but it took me a second to sort of like collect my being and rejoin the world after 2 weeks of just craziness. So many stories, so many experiences. We were there for all the major moments, all the major panels, and it was just insane. But I'm back for another vlog. Now, I have so much footage gathered from Celebration Anaheim, and I just don't know what to do with it or how to get that much footage without just individually downloading everything one by one, which obviously will take a lifetime. So I'm not sure if I'll ever get around to actually editing the proper montage that I want to make with all the footage that I have, but I will be posting a video where I just kind of will be recapping all the big stuff that we did at Disneyland and at Celebration and SeaWorld. So it's going to be just like me documenting all the craziness just to put in one video, because I was going to put that in the beginning of this vlog, but then it was just so much that I quickly realized that's gonna have to be its own video. So in large part, this is actually gonna be a haul vlog, and so I mean, just to get started, this is obviously a thing that started during Celebration, the world premiere of Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is the poster that we all got for being present there, and we managed to get in because my buddy Eric and I were there for the Lucasfilm Studio panel, and then all my buddies were able to go with us into the world premiere event for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, which, I mean, was just a dream come true, being in the room for that and the debut of the follow-up series to my favorite movie ever with some of my favorite people ever. And yeah, I mean, the first 2 episodes were amazing, I don't have to tell you, but part 3 was even more shocking, with obviously the return of Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader, which blew me the hell away. Some really dark and grim scenes. It was crazy that they fully embraced just what Vader is capable of. Ewan McGregor, got to see him again, which was really nice. Him and his photo staff in the photo booth there were kind of like waiting for me to run across the entire convention center, because I was kind of late, even though they had run our whole group through like an hour and a half ahead of time, but ran all the way across the convention center to find my buddy as the last person waiting to go in there and see Ewan, and then it was just a really fast 15-second thing, and it was cool seeing him again. But yeah, speaking of Obi-Wan Kenobi, before we move on, I am so excited for part 4 and part 5. I mean, we had the return of Darth Vader in episode 3, of course, or part 3. Who the hell knows who's going to show up for part 4, part 5? I bet it's gonna be nuts, but we have some stuff. I got stuff. So we went to Galaxy's Edge actually before Celebration Anaheim, and I don't really like shipping stuff back if I can avoid it. So I knew that, you know, going to Celebration, I was not actually gonna get anything really crazy there at the con, but instead it was gonna be from Galaxy's Edge, which we did go to, and I picked up Ahsoka's lightsabers from the Clone Wars finally. These are the ones that obviously changed colors from, you know, blue to green, and these were released, I think, or at least revealed before Galaxy's Edge even opened, and I was like kind of on the fence about getting these for like the last, it's gotta be 2 years at this point, so I'm honestly blown away that I didn't miss out and that they actually had them this time, because last year they did not when I was out there in California in 2021, but this time they did. So I was like, all right, it's gotta be now or it's gonna be never, and I picked up Ahsoka's lightsabers from the Clone Wars from Galaxy's Edge, and it was interesting fitting those in my suitcase on the way back. Some other stuff that I picked up at Celebration, for the most part, was just like a lot of shirts. Got this Ahsoka shirt from the Celebration store, which is pretty sweet. And then, yeah, got that, and then there's some other shirts that I picked up here. This one's actually from the Mandalorian Experience, and if you guys don't know what the Mandalorian Experience was, basically at the big opening Lucasfilm Studio panel, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni basically announced that they had arranged with Lucasfilm to have all the best props for the Mandalorian Season 2 and Season 3 hauled up to Anaheim in a lower level of the convention center, and we all got to see all the best props from those 2 seasons, and man, it was one of the coolest things ever. I actually ran into Anna Graves, the voice of Satine from the Clone Wars, which was pretty wild, and it was just a really, really cool room to be in. It was quite literally one of the many dreams to have come true at Celebration Anaheim. But yeah, got that shirt after walking out of there, and then what is this shirt? I have so many shirts. Oh yeah, got an Obi-Wan Kenobi shirt as well. Check that out. It's pretty sick. Figured this was definitely necessary and a required purchase, but that was a thing. Oh yeah, check this out. So, not my chair. This is the Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary shirt, which I originally wasn't going to pick up. Then my friend's uncle actually was working at the Anaheim Convention Center helping them unpack everything and take everything down, and they were just handing out a bunch of free stuff. They didn't sell at the Celebration store, and he got a bunch of free stuff for us, which was pretty cool, man. And yeah, huge thanks to him. But also, upon coming home from Celebration and flying back, I had one certain figure waiting for me. And you guys remember a little while ago in like March when the Hot Toys Ahsoka Tano finally showed up from the Clone Wars. Pretty much my new favorite collectible figure ever, and did not disappoint. But of course, we were waiting on the companion figure to go along with Ahsoka, and that being MAUL from the Siege of Mandalore. Really from the whole second half of the Clone Wars series, obviously beginning, you know, with Season 5, this was his look. Similar to those lightsabers, waited a really freaking long time to pick up. Had this on pre-order since 2020. Finally hit final production, shipped out while I was away at Celebration and got here. And man, it was quite a task to basically disrobe this guy's whole upper half, because his printed tattoos all over his upper torso are covered in plastic, and you have to literally take off all of the robes when opening this guy just to get that plastic out of there. But it's really an amazing figure with a head sculpt that has Ray Park's likeness from Solo, actually, since of course this is Maul 10 years after the Phantom Menace. It actually makes a little bit more sense that he looks a little older. A lot of people argue that's not the best Darth Maul sculpt that Hot Toys has ever done. I don't mind it, and but you know, if I wind up getting an extra Phantom Menace one, I might swap it out. The packaging though is definitely a highlight from the Siege of Mandalore Maul from Hot Toys, and this is if I take that slipcover off, you can see the like Mandalorian crypt that they captured Maul in, and so this was always really cool. You know, ever since 2020 they showed this off. This would basically be the packaging for the figure, and it's just cardboard with a little bit of raised definition, but it is so freaking cool, man, and so creative, and a display piece in and of itself. But yeah, having Ahsoka and Maul now from the Siege of Mandalore, I mean, this is just an absolute dream come true, and I cannot believe that these figures even exist. I mean, it was, you know, just a few years back when we all thought Hot Toys making Clone Wars figures was just out of the question, an impossibility. Now we have a full Siege of Mandalore setup, and we're awaiting ARC Trooper Jesse and Captain Vaughn, so it's gonna be pretty cool when it's all finally complete, but for the most part, it already is, having these two. But anyway, I got a couple other figures as well. Check this out. We got Rosario Ahsoka in from Hasbro, the Vintage Collection version. So this is the 3 3/4 inch one, not the Black Series figure, which is back here actually. So this is like the 6-inch Black Series Rosario Ahsoka, one of their best figures ever. And then the Vintage Collection version is also one of their best 3 3/4 inch figures ever. So definitely hats off to Hasbro for making some fantastic Rosario Dawson Ahsoka figures. As a matter of fact, I actually got like this Walmart exclusive deluxe version, which comes with the Morai bird and then like lantern. So also the cloak is a big part of the draw for this one. But yeah, lots of Rosario Ahsoka figures over here. Oh yeah, and then Fennec Shand. She also came in, check that out. Fennec Shand, vintage version, 3 3/4 inch, pretty sweet. I mean, these have just been some of the best Vintage Collection figures that Hasbro has ever put out. I just really wish they were consistent with their releases and quality, but unfortunately they're not. There's some other random stuff that I got at Celebration that I really don't think you care about. I got some pins, check that out, pretty sweet. I actually brought my own pins to Celebration. Look at that. I gave those out to like probably 3 people, so that was pretty cool. So next up, I actually got in Phoenix Customs Rosario Dawson Ahsoka figure, and I actually really haven't pulled it out of the little baggie yet. I just kind of was looking at it upon opening it, and I mean, I was just really kind of excited for Adam to have finally finished this one, because I think this went up for pre-order like end of 2020 if I recall. And while the pad printing and all the design work is of course fantastic, I know this was not an easy one for him to get made, and that, you know, the Montrals and the Leku head tails piece was just really challenging, and especially to get all that printing on there wrapped around as cleanly as it is. I mean, this is the type of printing that Lego obviously just can't do on mass scale, and even Adam obviously had a really tough time getting it done in a much smaller quantity. And you know, it's just so cool to finally see completed. I, you know, took a lot of inspiration from the like prototype designs of this Ahsoka way back when I made my custom, and you know, it's just really cool to see, and to see these lightsabers finished. And he went with this really cool like rounded off design, and those blades actually glow in the dark, as I found out the other night. They were just on my studio, and there was something glowing in my room while I was trying to sleep, and then I was like, oh, that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, just another phenomenal Phoenix Customs figure that I've had on pre-order for a very long time now, and it's really cool to finally see and have completed in person. So, you know, congrats to Adam, and it's just one of the many figures that I still have to review on the channel. I'm definitely backlogged on Adam's figures, but you know, before Celebration I did do the Scarlet Witch review, which was cool, so I got that one out of the way. That one didn't even include the White Vision figure, but probably not doing a review on that one. But yeah, one thing I didn't actually mention from Obi-Wan is I did actually recreate the fire scene from part 3 with Vader, which was crazy and brutal and dark, but amazing for the story. Just a wild idea to put on screen, and that scene was so powerful that I really wanted to recreate it in Lego, and so I did that the other night. And yeah, I just kind of felt the urge to edit something, get back into Photoshop after 2 weeks of, you know, not doing any editing work. So posting that today, and otherwise, once all this is said and done, and I kind of do my Celebration recap video, I will be working on Spider-Man No Way Home. Once again, I got pretty far actually with Andrew Garfield's legs before heading out for Celebration Anaheim, and I posted those pictures over on Patreon, but you can see one of them right here. I just wanted to give you guys a quick glimpse at where he's at, and I can't wait to continue, and I really appreciate your just unending and unbelievable patience for me and the work. The Spider-Man suits are, you know, among the most challenging things that you can paint in Lego, and they certainly have been for me, but it still remains my top priority and my #1 project for 2022. So thank you guys for being so patient with me as I attempt to continue to fit in time to work on some of the craziest figures I've ever attempted. So yeah, I will see you guys in the Celebration recap video that I will probably post at some point this week, either before or after Obi-Wan Part 4, I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you again for being so patient, and I will see you soon. All right, take care. May the Force be with you, and keep creating. All right, bye-bye.